I wanted to take you on a quick tour of the fields. Yes, the other day I did this, and oh, thanks a lot. See, we're not exempt. I had a video all done up for you of the tour of the fields, and I didn't like it, so we're gonna do it again. So I just want to give you a quick update of where we're at and some different things that I'm doing here, and then what we're gonna do in the future. I'm gonna go get my clippers because you gotta have those. It's always important to bring your clippers when you go for a walk. Unfortunately, I'm not, I can't find my holster. I think I left it at home. So step one, this is gonna be an experiment, and I'm going against everything that the extension office says. And I went ahead and I purchased some blueberries. These are silver dollar blueberries. They already have berries on them, and they're supposed to turn blue over the course of the summer. Two things. I'm an idiot, and I'm free and willing to admit when I'm an idiot. And I did not plant them in full sun, so we're going to be transplanting those to full sun. The second reason I'm an idiot is, believe it or not, fir trees are the alternative host for blueberry witch's broom fungus. So you're not supposed to plant them in Christmas trees. Now, that being said, I know a couple of people who do that, and from what I can gather, they don't hurt the fir trees. They just shorten the life of the blueberry bushes. So instead of going to another location, I am going to transplant them over by the transplant beds where they will have full sun. They'll last 3 or 4 years if they do get the witch's broom. You can't cure it. It will kill the bushes, but it'll be worth the experiment, and we can find something that works. And who knows, maybe we won't even get that fungus. That's a dead Christmas tree. I don't know why it died. One of the things that I see a lot of questions about on Great Lakes is, why did this tree die? Heck, I've posted pictures wearing, hey guys, I don't know what's wrong with this. Can you help? And really the biggest answer is, I don't know why the tree died. Trees are like people, and some of them die young. And we don't really know. And it's not really that important in the grand scheme of things, right? So it's not like the whole field is dying, which would be endemic of like a problem or a virus in the world or something like that. That tree just, whatever killed it, killed that tree in particular, and that's okay, and we move on. This is block 1 of Worldwide Headquarters Field, and I did a thing last year and I planted Fraser fir. Now, I've never planted Fraser fir myself here, and if you look, these don't look very good. Why? Because deer like Fraser fir, and deer live in Maine. I always thought there was Fraser in the field here, and there were never any issues with deer damage to them until I planted Fraser. So my thought process is, Bryant, the tree farmer before me, either planted a hybrid like a balsam Fraser or something like that that the deer didn't like, or they're not Fraser, they're something else and I don't know it. Now, I did make the decision to try to keep them. They're still alive, they're still growing. And one of my tree mentors, Lenny, said that basically he's like, yeah, leave them in the ground. What's the worst that's gonna happen? They'll take a couple more years to grow. So I did that. If they don't catch up, then maybe we can move to something else. I am going to invest in some, I don't think I'm going to buy the Trico, but I am going to try Dr. Cowell's lanolin spray this fall when things get tight. So they'll hit them, you know, they like to hit them when they don't have anything else to eat. That's going to be a pretty tree. Now, as I look, I see something that we got to take care of right now. And this is why you always bring your clippers. There is a fir witch's broom. So we want to get that cut out. Now, this tree, it's probably not such a big deal because this isn't going to go anywhere, but we'll get it cut out. Now, from what I've been told, these aren't going to transfer to another tree. So it's not like I need to worry about it. I just put it on the ground and I let it die. They smell terrible. The smell is distinctive, very pungent, not really appealing. You can smell them when you're in the field. If you do smell them, you can stop and look around, and usually there's a broom there. So we're starting to enter what really was the most daunting of tasks in 2021 when we bought the field. And this area had been not sheared. We actually did 2020 shearing after bud break in June of 2021. And Lenny and my friend Brian, who at the time was not a friend, and now he's a very good friend in the tree business, came over and helped reshape these trees. And as you can see, they were cut down quite heavily where they had just lost everything, and had branches take off and had a ton of leader tops that had gotten quite big. Like we're talking like, you know, something like that over there that was really tall and had like 2 or 3 leaders. I don't see one in here that I can show you. And now when you look at it, hold on. Now when you look at it, that's a borderline #1 Christmas tree. And I'm really proud of that. It's not gonna make it because it's got some gaps in there, but like that's a nice tree. And there are a ton of nice trees in here that just rebounded amazingly over 3 years, that undoubtedly anyone who came in here like me would have said, we have to mow this whole thing down and start over. And we didn't. And now I have trees like that you would never know had ever been a problem when they're going to be harvested. That's another thing that we see a lot on those tree grower groups, is people say, what should I do with this tree? You know, why, this looks funny. Do I cut it? Do I get rid of it? Do I do what? And I want to tell you that my plan is to not get rid of anything that I can sell as a tree in the future. And I have a direct experience with saving trees that would have absolutely been culled out, cut down, looked like that, absolute junk, and we saved them, and they're gonna make me money. And that's awesome. I absolutely love coming out here this time of year. All the fresh new growth, the green, just like in a week it goes from like brown to green, and it's great. So this is a back section that used to look like that, and we're trying to get it squared away so it doesn't look like that down there. And hopefully by next year we'll be putting some trees in here. It's not as well drained as the upper part of the field, so we'll probably get some canons or canons as it's told. But it's just another place where we're expanding the farm to get the maximum amount of acreage into saleable trees. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Korean's cone, and it's always a good idea to take those off when you get a chance. Take them off from the bottom to the top. That way when they fall down, you know you've hit the bottom and they're not ones that are attached. Definitely a side effect of wonky Koreans. They do make absolutely beautiful cones though. I don't like that job. You know, the fact is, when it comes to Christmas tree farming, there's a lot of work. And there's a lot of work if you're a one-person operation like myself. I'd say like 1.5. My wife helps when she can, especially with the books and stuff. And then I get friends to help during the big times. But there's always something. So sometimes you see trees like that I need to cut down. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So please forgive me. I strive to have this place to be beautiful. One of the things that I love here at the farm are these blue balsams, which are absolutely like blue, like almost like weird blue in the summer when they turn. I found out you have to feed them. So I put 46 down in this field, 4600 as you would call it, to help get those fed. And the last couple of years they have really done well. Without feed they struggled, they look terrible, and And I haven't gotten any more, and I need to, I think, because they're just really neat. These were planted this year, so they're ready to go. This is my choose and cut section. We do about 350 choose and cut trees here at the farm. I pretty much plant a bunch of different species in the choose and cut field, just so people have a variety and an option. And when I say that I interplant, like I'm not like competing species. They're all fir. That's all I do is fir. But I want, like, there might be a Korean next to a balsam. There might be a Fraser. There might be the blues. Might be the canons, all over. I just put them in here, and I like that because it just gives a variety in here, and it's not all the same thing. See, and you can kind of tell. I didn't plant these, but there's some blues in between what looks like a Fraser or a Fraser cross, so it's very different. One of the farmers posted their trees that they stump cultured by mistake. And while I don't promote stump culturing, if a tree gets to a point where it's salvageable from a culture, I'm obviously going to save it and make some money off of it. My comment to that gentleman was that I think these are the best parts of the farm, the experiments and trying something like that. So instead of having, like, let's just hack it down, let's see where it goes. And that tree is going to prosper. And I just think that that's a really cool part of farming, is just seeing where things go. It doesn't take very long for nature to take over. We're constantly fighting her to make sure that the farms and fields are clean and easy to walk through. I've shown these before, but these are my transplant beds. The balsams have popped up. The canons haven't yet. And I've got to research. I'll talk to my friend Matt and Larry and even probably Kathy. I'll give you a call if you watch this down at Berkey's. I wonder if it's going to be too hot for these and the sunshine's getting them. Whereas the trees in the field, full sun is great. The trees here, maybe not. And I have nice moist soil underneath, and the hay keeps that nice and moist, but it's also well drained where I have the tile on the bottom. I planted some Korean balsam crosses in some pots. My idea is that they'll make nice root balls, and then next year I can sell them as a nurseryman and maybe make some revenue in the spring. The other thing that I've taken is, as you can see there, that's a white spruce. The white spruces seed themselves in the field. I can dig them now and pot them and sell them as plants to other people. And then the ones that I leave in the field, we can have a nurseryman come with a digger and dig them. And I can also make some spring and summertime revenue with these at that point. So I'm not taking them out when they're in line in the field. I'm not taking them out when they're out of line in the field. I'm going to dig them up and put them in. This little guy here I found about a week ago. I had left him in a bucket underwater at Mills's, and he still survived, so go you. Here is the last thing that I've done, and I might actually do a video of this, and it will be a I don't know what I'm talking about video, but roll with me. And I actually learned from a YouTube channel about how to do this, but I'm propagating lilacs. So that's kind of what's going on at the farm. Mowing is going to come up right off the bat. Spraying will be shortly thereafter, and I got to get some more fertilizer down on some other fields. So as always, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you learn from it. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. If you have anything you want me to do, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. I'm over 1,000 subscribers, but because I was an idiot, I let my watch hours go, so the monetization has to wait. You can help me with that by watching these videos and letting your friends know about these videos and all that jazz. So with that being said, you know, I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else. So there you go, my friends. I'll see you soon.